The emergency lights pulse crimson, casting long, distorted shadows across the Cranarium laboratory. Thorne gasped, a searing pain lancing through his temple, and slammed against the observation console. The Martian Timeline Projection, once a stable window into a distant past, now lithe with impossible geometries, swirling vortexes of ochre and rust bleeding into streaks of incandescent blue. Containment breach imminent. Elias Finch's voice crackled through the comms, strained with panic. He wrestled with a panel, sparks flying as he attempted to reroute power. The temporal field is collapsing. We need to reboot the stabilizers, Thorne, now. Thorne tried to respond, but his tongue felt thick, his thoughts fragmented. He saw flashes, an obsidian key, impossibly smooth and cold, a vast loom humming with an alien rhythm, figures shrouded in shadow watching. The masked figure materialized before him, his features distorted by a vocoder, his eyes glowing with an unsettling intensity. "You're disrupting the cycle, Thorne." The masked figure's voice resonated, a chilling echo of his own. "The Watchers are displeased." What are you talking about?" Thorne struggled to articulate, each word a monumental effort. The room swam, the gravity subtly shifting, disorienting him further. "You sought to unravel the tapestry, to understand the threads of destiny," the masked figure continued, his voice laced with a strange blend of sorrow and resignation. "But some knowledge is not meant to be known. Some doors are best left sealed." He lunged, a blur of motion and polished chrome. Thorne instinctively raised his arm, bracing for the impact, but the blow never landed. Instead, he felt a wave of disorientation, a sensation of falling through an infinite void. "You're playing with forces beyond your comprehension," the masked figure said, his voice echoing in Thorne's mind even as the physical attack subsided. "The loom demands balance, and your tampering it has awakened something." Suddenly, a second Thorne materialized, an older, more powerful version of himself, radiating an aura of chilling authority. His movements were precise, his eyes filled with a disturbing clarity. "Silence, anomaly," the older Thorne commanded, his gaze fixed on the masked figure. "Your interference is unnecessary." The older Thorne turned his attention to the younger Thorne, his expression unreadable. "You have opened a door that cannot be closed, boy. The Watchers are stirring. The cycle is nearing its apex." He gestured towards the Martian Timeline Projection, where the swirling vortex is coalesced into a single, colossal image, a subterranean complex, previously undetectable, now shimmering with an eerie, pulsating light. "Protocol Obsidian is now active," the older Thorne stated, his voice devoid of emotion. "Communicate with the Watchers. Prepare for integration." The Martian Timeline Projection stabilized momentarily, displaying a series of glyphs, Sumerian in origin, scrolling across the image of the subterranean complex. Elias, frantically working at a diagnostics panel, let out a cry of frustration. "I can't override the protocol. It's locked down. Something's manipulating the system from outside, beyond our reach." The masked figure stepped back, his form dissolving into the shadows. "You cannot escape your destiny, Thorne. The loom binds us all." The younger Thorne felt a crushing weight pressing down on him, a sense of inevitability, a feeling of being a pawn in a game he didn't understand. The pain in his head intensified, his vision blurred. What is the Weaver's gambit?" he managed to ask, the words slurring together. The older Thorne ignored him, his attention focused on the Martian Timeline Projection. "Initiate temporal realignment. Prepare for transfer." The laboratory began to shake violently. Emergency sirens blared. Elias was thrown against a wall, his shoulder clearly dislocated. "Thorne, we have to get out of here!" Elias shouted, struggling to his feet. But Thorne was rooted to the spot, paralyzed by a combination of pain and a growing sense of dread. He felt a strange sensation, a pulling, a stretching, a sense of being disassembled and reassembled simultaneously. There's something down there," he stammered, pointing at the Martian Timeline Projection. "In the complex it's not temporal, it's something else entirely." Suddenly the room went black. Asterisk. He awoke on a cold, metal floor. The air was thick with the smell of ozone and decay. He was no longer in the Cranarium laboratory. He was in a vast, subterranean chamber illuminated by pulsating, bioluminescent fungi. The walls were constructed from an unknown material, smooth, black, and utterly silent. He was alone, or so he thought. A voice echoed through the chamber, cold and dispassionate. "Welcome, Thorne. The Watchers have been expecting you." He turned to see a figure emerge from the shadows, a being of immense power, its form shifting and swirling like liquid mercury. It regarded him with eyes that held the weight of millennia. "You have disturbed the cycle, Thorne. Now you must pay the price." The figure extended a hand, its touch promising oblivion. The loom awaits. Suddenly a faint signal crackled through his comms. It was Elias, his voice weak and desperate. "Thorne, they took me. They're experimenting. Find me, please." The signal abruptly cut off. Thorne clenched his fists. A surge of defiance coursed through him. He may not understand the forces at play, but he would not surrender. He would find Elias. He would unravel the mysteries of the Subterranean complex. He would confront the Watchers. He stood tall, facing a being of immense power, a single thought echoing in his mind. The game had just begun.